It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Goff on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Gone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now back to throw. Steps away. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. Good job. Starting on that scramble, had his eyes on that. First down marker, CD, but lost the most. Important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Titans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
To throw is gone. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And down. Of hustling in quickly.
It's just something that they can feel, something that blocked the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly and made the play.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive, and last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I
think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Derrick Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
A first down carry for Henry. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Max Crosby on the tackle. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Titans first down.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They keep it with Henry on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Henry running right. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, it's Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
At the Titans, 39-yard line.
Goff throwing again. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. A gain of 4 left. last play. They double that here and get 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
At 25 to the mic. We're going 25.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's gone.
They'll get this one to Pittman.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Titans.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. They'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety...
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there for the Raiders.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Goff.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 1st and 10, Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I'll redouble my efforts. I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And the Raiders get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll set up to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Well, they run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down right around the 25. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
Big hole up the middle.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans have taken the lead.
A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
For that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now gone. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll set up a throw out to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Henry again on 2nd down.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff to Henry. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Again to Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. This is Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead.
And that got a chance at a turnover, and instead touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think the fumble, but when they didn't, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular